His answer? I'd like to be the guy to break the streak, but I've also enjoyed everyone backstage, and I wouldn't mind seeing them experience a win like I did. That's the camaraderie we love here at Jeopardy. Welcome Dave and Eileen to the Alex backstage. Good luck to all three of you. Here we go into the Jeopardy round. Your categories will be, first up, Chinese history, then deciphering the phrase, followed by memorable commercials, books for younger readers, ACC, and finally, I'll be emoting for my Emmy. Clay, you're up first.
Let's do ACC 200.
When you think of the Atlantic Coast Conference, you surely go to this state school near the East Bay. You can thank the Pac-12. Clay.
What is Cal?
Yes, Berkeley.
ACC 400.
Orange you glad you remember Donovan McNabb, Donna Shalala, and Ted Koppel are alums of this private New York school. Dave.
What is Syracuse?
Correct.
ACC for 600.
In 1846, the Kentucky legislature combined a medical school, a college, and a law school as the University of this. Clay.
What is Louisville?
That's right.
ACC 800.
John C. Calhoun's son-in-law left his fortune to South Carolina to create this university. Clay.
What is Clemson?
Right again.
ACC 1000.
Pro Humanitate, or For Humanity, is the motto of this school that began in its namesake North Carolina town, but is now in Winston-Salem. Clay.
What is Wake Forest?
Good for 1,000.
Emoting for my Emmy 200.
This writer in 1843. Dissemble no more! Tear up the planks! Here, it is the beating of his hideous heart! Dave.
Who is Poe?
That's correct.
Emoting for 400.
In this 1968 film, you maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! Damn you all to hell! Eileen.
What is Planet of the Apes?
That's right.
Let's do memorable commercials 200.
In the Super Bowl ad, State Farm reunited...
What State Farm is there? What State Farm is there?
Titled Like a Good Neighbor. Clay.
Who are Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, they're the twins.
Memorable commercials 400.
A short-lived ABC sitcom resulted from this company's ads, boasting, "So easy a caveman can do it." Dave.
What's Geico? What's Geico?
Commercials for 800.
This lovable relative is the centerpiece of a series of spots for
What's Captain Morgan?
Adams beer. Clay.
What's your cousin from Boston?
That's him.
Oh, your cousin from
Commercial
Boston.
600.
Travel bookings group at warp speed.
Who's Robert De Niro?
Online.com.
What's
After
Robert
starring
De
this
Niro?
man, Canada's finest living actor, began to air. Dave.
Who is Shatner?
Yes.
Commercials for 1,000.
Character actor Jack Soma.
What's
Got a leaf for a
Alka-Seltzer?
Spicy meatball in a classic ad for this product. Eileen.
What is Alka-Seltzer?
Good for 1,000.
Let's do deciphering the phrase 200.
Maintaining pace with Tommy Lee and Felicity of the acting world. Eileen.
Who are the Joneses? What is keeping up with the Joneses?
You figured
What's
it out.
keeping up with the Joneses?
Deciphering the phrase 400.
The Mars rover committed felicide. Clay.
What is... Curiosity killed the cat?
That's right.
Deciphering the phrase 600.
In the fashion of a corvid aloft. Eileen.
What is as the crow flies?
Yes, that's correct. And it moves Eileen into second place. We need to pause for a moment.
Seen most of North Dakota. There's not a whole lot there, but...
I wasn't going to say it. I don't want to get in trouble with North Dakota. Eileen, you gave us the last correct response. Go ahead and pick a category and a dollar amount.
Deciphering the phrase 800.
Personally, everything is Hellenistic. Eileen.
What is it's Greek to me?
Right, it's all Greek to me.
Finish it for 1,000.
Place to play baseball located within the untrimmed grass off the golf fairway. That would be a diamond in the rough, but the sports version. Eileen?
Books for younger readers, 200.
In an 1865 book, this title character says, "The first thing I've got to do is to grow to my right size again." Eileen?
Who is Alice?
Yes.
400. Same category, please.
A baby animal...
Who's Llama Llama?
Rhymingly titled, "This Animal, This
Who's
Animal..."
Llama Llama?
Eileen?
Yes.
What is Llama Llama?
That's the book.
600, please.
A 1924 tale about 4 children hiding in this type of railway car has spawned more than 150 further titles. Clay?
What's a boxcar?
The Boxcar Children.
I'm voting for my Emmy 600.
No! Russell Wilson got picked off at the goal line and this team lost Super...
What the Patriots?
49.
What the New England Patriots?
Why didn't they give Marshawn the ball? Clay?
Who are the Seahawks?
That's right.
Oh,
Words.
I'm voting for my Emmy 800.
Seahawks.
Alas, poor this guy. I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. Clay?
Who's Yorick?
Yes.
My Emmy 1000.
Oh, good. We're almost done. That ascending 3-note motif, the dynamics rising and falling, the sheer melancholy of this 1938 Barber piece. It overwhelms. That's Barber's Adagio for strings.
Barber's Adagio,
All right,
that's
no more of
for
those. The
strings.
Emmys in the bag. Back to you, Clay.
Chinese History 200.
In 1912, Pu Yi, the last holder of this title, was forced to abdicate by a revolution that created a republic. Dave?
What is Emperor?
Correct.
Chinese History 400.
In 1988, China began military moves in islands it calls Nansha Kundao against this country that calls them Truong Sa. Dave?
What is Malaysia?
No? Eileen?
What is Taiwan?
It's not Taiwan either. Clay?
What is Vietnam?
It is Vietnam. Well done.
Chinese History 600.
Answer there is a daily double for you, Clay. You're wagering from the lead. How big do you want to go in Chinese history?
2000.
Okay, for 8,400, here's your clue. Like events 70 years later, in 1919, student demonstrators took control of this plaza to protest government actions.
What is Tiananmen Square?
That's right. Taking you to 8,400. Select again, Clay.
Chinese History 800.
The second of these conflicts ended in 1860, when British and French forces seized Beijing, gaining commercial and other concessions. Dave?
What is the Poppy Wars?
No. Clay?
What are the Opium Wars?
Opium Wars, yes.
Chinese History 1000.
The Ming ruled from 1368 to 1644, between the control of these two M dynasties. Who are the Mongols and the Manchus? 2 clues left, Clay.
Books for younger readers 800.
Body feature in common to Madeline, Anne of Green Gables, and Caddy Woodlawn. Hers shone in the sunlight. Dave?
What is Red Hair?
That's right. And here's the final clue in Books for Young Readers. A clever mouse warns various woodland predators about this imaginary monster, with terrible teeth in his terrible jaws. Eileen?
What is Where the Wild Things Are?
No. Clay or Dave? That book is about the Gruffalo. Clay's got a pretty big lead at the end of the Jeopardy round, but not to worry, Dave and Eileen. Lots of chances to catch up in Double Jeopardy. Coming up right after this. Categories. We have What's That Called? We have Science Stuff, then Trains and the People Who Love Them, 18th Century Arts, the titles not in the lyrics, and finally a visit to No Man's Land. Dave, what'll it be?
Let's start with What's That Called for 800.
One way to say start eating is strap on this, usually attached to a horse's head. Dave.
What is the feed bag?
Right.
What's that called for 1200?
4-letter word for a raised platform, like the one for the Veep and speaker at the state of One way to say start eating is strap on this, usually attached to a horse's head. Dave.
What is the feed bag?
Right.
What's that called for 1200?
Four-letter word for a raised platform, like the one for the Veep and speaker at the State of the...
Was a dais.
The Union address. Dave.
What is a dais?
Correct again.
What's that called? 1600?
It's the full-length robe worn by Catholic clergy. White for popes, red for cardinals, black for priests. Eileen.
What is it? What is an alb?
No. Clay or Dave? The robe is the cassock. Back to you, Dave.
What's that called for 2000?
Basically meaning little moon, it's the style of window seen here. Dave.
What is a lunette?
Lunette is correct.
Sign stuff for 800?
Marked by its billowy surface, pahoe-hoe is a term for a flow of this. Clay.
What is lava?
Good.
Science stuff 1200.
This end of the alphabet word is the term for the spot in the celestial sphere directly above you. Dave.
What is zenith?
Yes.
Sign stuff 1600?
Answer. A daily double, Dave. And you're on a bit of a run. You could move into first place here.
Let's do 3600.
All right. You'll take the lead if right in science stuff. Immunoglobulins is another word for these, produced in the body to fight foreign invaders.
What are white blood cells?
No, they're antibodies. So you lose a little bit, but you're still in second.
Sign stuff for 2000?
These microscopic pores in leaves and stems are opened and closed to exchange gases and reduce water loss. Clay.
What are stigmata?
No. Dave or Eileen? You're so close, Clay. What are stomata? Back to you, Dave.
18th century arts 1200.
This furniture style with curved ornamentation got big in the mid-1700s. Nice time to be a Chippendale. What is Rococo? Dave?
Titles not in the lyrics 1200.
A classic by The Who is titled Baba O'Reilly, not Teenage This Place, as the chorus might suggest. Dave?
What is wasteland?
Teenage Wasteland.
Lyrics for 1600?
We can't repeat many of the words in her #1 hit, Hiss, but the title's okay. Who is Megan Thee Stallion? Dave, back to you.
Lyrics for 800?
You'll hear the album title, but not the song title in this Nirvana breakthrough smash. Whatever, never mind. Clay,
What is smells like Teen Spirit?
that's the song.
Titles not in the lyrics 400.
You'll hear I Want to Show You Off repeatedly in this Doja Cat hit, but not the title place. What is Agora Hills? Clay, back to you.
Lyrics 2000.
Am I just paranoid, or do you not know that the title of a 1994 hit by this popular punk trio is actually Basket Case? Dave,
What is Green Day?
correct for 2000.
No Man's Land 1600?
This capital of South Australia was named for a consort of William IV. Clay,
What is Victoria?
no. Dave or Eileen? Adelaide, the capital of South Australia. Dave?
No Man's Land 2000?
Yamoussoukro, a capital of this African nation, was named for a great aunt of President Félix Houphouët-Boigny. Capital of Côte d'Ivoire. Dave,
No Man's Land 1200?
Maryland is named for Queen Henrietta Maria, the wife of this man for whom the Carolinas are named. Dave.
Who is George II?
No. Eileen.
Who is Charles?
Right, Charles I.
No Man's Land 800.
The answer there, Eileen, is a daily double. How much do you want to risk on No Man's Land?
Let's make this a true daily double count.
All right, you'd love to see it. Going for 3,600. Here's your clue. Westernmost of the Prairie provinces, it was named for the wife of the Marquess of Lorne, a Canadian Governor General.
What is Victoria?
No, Alberta, the westernmost prairie province. Select again, Eileen.
We will do No Man's Land for 400.
This New York borough is actually named for but one woman, Catherine of Braganza. Dave.
What is Queens?
Yes.
Arts for 1600.
A landmark of neoclassicism, this Jacques-Louis David painting features, among other things, a cup of hemlock and a bummed-out Plato. Dave.
What is the death of Socrates?
That's right.
Arts for 2000.
In contrast to the weightier fare of opera seria, this genre of light comic opera emerged in Naples in the mid-18th century. Clay.
What's opera buffa?
Right, for 2000.
Trains and people who love them, 400.
This train-loving president said, "I'm probably the most pro-rail guy in America. I've ridden over 1,300,000 miles." Dave.
Who is Biden?
Amtrak Joe, yes.
Trains for 800.
In 1975, Jackie Kennedy Onassis stepped in to save this Beaux-Arts New York City landmark. Eileen.
What is Grand Central Station?
That's right.
Trains for 1200.
TikToker Francis Bourgeois gained 3 million followers sharing this hobby. Also the name of a Danny Boyle film. Dave.
What is Train Spotting?
Correct.
Trains for 16.
The company relaunching this train describes it as a dream on wheels. It first puffed east from Paris in 1883. Clay.
What's the Orient Express?
That's right, with less than a minute to go.
Trains 2000.
This Commodore didn't just love the sea. By 1873, he owned 4 railroads, including the New York Central. Dave.
Who is Vanderbilt?
Good for 2000.
Arts for 400.
Georgian architecture was all the rage in colonial America, as seen in the old State House that's now on this city's Freedom Trail. Dave.
What is Boston?
Correct for the lead.
Arts for 800.
This product, once called white gold, has been made in Meissen, Germany since 1710. Before that, you had to get it from China. Dave.
What is porcelain?
That's right.
Science stuff 400.
As a group, the 4 largest of Jupiter's moons are named for this Italian. Clay.
Who was Galileo?
You got it. Here's the final clue in What's That Called? Stealing these round covers on car wheels was once a rite of passage for young delinquents like Evel Knievel and Steve McQueen. Dave.
What are hubcaps?
Right. You have a narrow lead over the champ as we head into Final Jeopardy. Here's your category, players. The Supreme Court. We'll be back with the clue right after this.
Doc?
Good luck.
Was Bush versus Gore?
We'll start with Eileen Dara. With $800 in front of her, she wrote down, what is Gore v. Bush?
Gore
That's the right
versus
case, but I'm
Bush.
afraid that's not the name of it, Eileen. So you will lose $799,
She
leaving you with
drops to
$1. Clay
$1.
for Pierre was in second place with $11,200. He wrote down no
Nothing!
response. He wagered
1,001, he
$1,001,
drops
leaving him with
to
$10,199.
$10,199.
Dave McBride had a narrow lead heading into Final Jeopardy. Does he have the right response?
Bush
Yes,
versus
then you
Gore?
got the plaintiff
Yes!
and defended in the right order. What is Bush v. Gore? That's the case from the 2000 election. What did you wager, Dave? $10,201.
Yes, a new
Wow, big
championship.
payout today.
Yes.